Hello aspirants, welcome to the channel Safa's Center for Learning, a stepping stone for you form fundamentals. So in this session, I'm going to discuss about the ancient history point by point for the APPSC group 1 and 2. It's also helpful for the UPSC. Let's discuss. First topic is salient features of the Indus Valley civilization. As I discussed in the previous session, that's we're going to discuss point by point each and every topic of the syllabus so that it will be very helpful for the exam point of view. Okay, so salient features of the Indus Valley civilization. Before discussing this topic, I want to discuss about prehistorical period of India. Why? In order to make a connection between the salient features of Indus Valley civilization and the prehistorical period, so that it will be very helpful to remember most of the things. Thank you. So prehistorical period. Prehistorical period. First, we know about what is history. History comes from the word Greek, the Greek word historia, meaning inquiry, knowledge acquired by the investigation. Further, history is divided into three types. One is prehistory, proto-history, and the history. Prehistory, the history happened before the history. That means there is no written evidences available, but the archaeological evidence are available. You can see the paintings from the Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh. Lot of paintings which are related to the how their social conditions are there, how the political conditions are there, and everything they draw. Proto-history, it is the history between the prehistory and the history. There is a written evidence are available but could not be deciphered yet. You can see the example for the Harappan period. It's also IVC, Indus Valley Civilization. History. History is the period where the written evidence are available from Vedic phase to till present. So when we talk about the history, it's definitely we have to talk about the sources that the history, about the history also. Sources. What are the sources? History is all about understanding the past, as we know that. Sources are crucial to unravel and understand the past. So sources are very crucial to unravel, or it open the scope of whether the history has happened or not, to know everything. Okay, unravel the understand the past. Why we need to read the history? History will give you what happened in the very past, and it will give you the experiences, knowledge of experience, and it will give you what to do and what not to do without doing anything, just to read it. Okay, what are the sources? The sources are archaeological evidences, inscriptions, coins, literature, accounts of the foreigners. Sources of history literature. Sources of history literature are Indian literature, mainly talk about Vedic literature, Vedas, Brahmanas, Aryankas, Upanishads, Vedangas, and Upavedas. Upanishads, Vedangas, and Upavedas. Vedangas are end of the Vedas, and Upavedas are the sub-Vedas. Vedas, we know that the four Vedas are there: Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. Aryankas are related to the forest people, and the Puranas, which are related to the stories of the kings and the dynasties. Okay, epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Sangam literature. It is very important. The exam point of view, they'll ask most of the questions from Sangam literature also, like who wrote this book, and what is the meaning of this word, and what is the meaning of this book, like what it tells exactly, like Tolkapiyam, Ettugogai, Pattu Pattu, Silpadikaram, Manimekkalai. These are the stories. Now let's talk about the foreign literature. In the foreign literature, we mainly talk about the few people like Megasthenes, what is the name of the people and country they are from, the period, and the information about them. Megasthenes. Megasthenes came from the Greece, and he is from the period of Chandragupta Maurya and Seleucus Nictor. And he wrote Indica, very very important. He wrote Indica, and he also mentioned about the 7 division of Indian caste system in his book, and he described the social conditions of Chandragupta Maurya time, Mauryan age. Ptolemy, he's from the Greece, and he's from the 130 AD. He wrote the geography of India. Just write the book name in your notebook. Next, Fahian is from the China. He's from the period of 399 AD to 412 AD. He visited during the Chandragupta Maurya too. Sorry, Chandragupta II. He's also called Vikramaditya. Okay, so he wrote Fokyoki, very very important. He wrote Fokyoki. He described his travel log in his book record of Buddhist kingdoms. Okay, he visited a lot of Buddhist places in India. Is very fond of the Buddhists. Hyun Sang is from the China. He is visited from the 629 AD to 645 AD. So they will give you questions from like this also. They'll give you people and they'll ask you like arrange the order in which they came to India, in which they visited to India. So they'll ask the questions like that also. Please remember the way I'm teaching it. Okay, Hyun Sang from China. He visited the court of Harshavardhana. It's very very important. His book is Siyuki or the Records of the Western World. Just remember Siyuki or the Records of the Western World. Okay. Next, Al-Biruni. Al-Biruni is from the Middle East countries and he came along with the Muhammad of Ghazni and he is the first Muslim scholar to study India. Next, Marco Polo, Ibn Battuta. Ibn Battuta from the Morocco, he wrote the Kitabi ul Rihla. Very, very important. He wrote the Kitabi ul Rihla. Is in the period of 1333 AD. He was appointed by the Qadi or judge by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He's from the Tughlaq dynasty, remember. So he's from the Tughlaq. He visited during the Tughlaq dynasty, remember. Ibn Battuta is from the Tughlaq dynasty. Not from the Tughlaq dynasty, he visited during the Tughlaq dynasty. Marco Polo. Marco Polo is from the Italy. He visited Kakatiya state under the Rudramadevi. Is very important. And the Nicola Conti, he came during the rule of Devaraya of Sangam dynasty. Devaraya one of Sangam dynasty, very important, very important. Devaraya one of Sangam dynasty, Vijayanagara Empire. Say, okay. Next, Abdul Razak, he's from the Persian. So he's a Persian and he visited during the rule of Devaraya II of Sangam dynasty. Nicola Conti visited during the Devaraya I of Sangam dynasty. Abdul Razak visited during the Devaraya II of Sangam dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire. So he gave the brief account of the countryside. That means if you talk me about the countryside mainly social conditions, political conditions and the economic conditions of that country. Okay, at that time. So in his Matla Sadin wa Mazuma ul Bahrain. Next, Afnasi Nikitin is from the Russia. Is a Russian merchant who documented his Indian visit in a narrative called The Journey Beyond Three Seas. Next, Domingo Pace, very important. He came during the rule of Krishna Devaraya I, Krishna Devaraya of Tuluva dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire. He came during the Krishna Devaraya Tuluva dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire. Very important. Next, Fernando Nunes is from the Portugal. He was a chronicle and a horse trader. Okay. So he came during the rule of Achyuta Devaraya. Who? Achyuta Devaraya. So these three people came during the Vijayanagara Empire only. One is Abdul Razak, sorry, not Abdul Razak. Domingo Pace he came during the rule of Krishna Devaraya I, Tuluva dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire. And Fernand Nunes, he was a chronicle and a horse trader. He also came during the rule of Achyuta Devaraya of Tuluva dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire. Okay. So William Hawkins, very important person. He came from the Britain. He was an ambassador of the King James I and visited the court of Jahangir. Okay. So next part is very very important part. We'll discuss about the prehistorical findings. Just pause this video for a bit and just write whatever the information I gave it in this slide. So Bhimbetka, so where we can see that like what are the findings in the Bhimbetka and Mirzapur like findings. Hastinapur, we can find the wild sugarcane over there, the findings. Okay, these are prehistorical findings. In a Mahogan, statue of Mother Goddess Maharga. In Maharga we can see that there is the earliest evidence of agriculture, settled life, evidence of dentistry. Very important. The first pottery wheel also we can see in the Maharga. The first pottery wheel. And Koldi Hawa. So Koldi Hawa is the earliest evidence of rice we can found over there in the Koldi Hawa. Very important. Very 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 important. They'll ask you the place and they ask to find out what is the famous finding over there. Otherwise they're asking in a reverse way also, like they'll give you where is earliest evidence of rice is found. So you can write the Koldi Hawa, you can mark the Koldi Hawa if it is in the MCQ. So Bagor and Adamgarh, though we can find in here we can find earliest evidence of the domestication of the animal, very important. And Chirand, serpent cult. Okay. Burzam, pit dwelling, it is important. It is many times given in the questions. Pit dwelling and domestic dog was buried with their masters in grave. Very important. Gulfarkal, it is in Jammu and Kashmir where we can see the pit dwelling culture. So At the same time, I gave the map also. Just look at the map, at the where the bosom is located, where the Maharga is located, Kol Dihawa is located in where, Bhimbetka is in Madhya Pradesh. In the if you go a little bit down, Hangsi in Karnataka, Brahmagiri, Payambal in Tamil Nadu, Adichanal in Tamil Nadu. These are the famous sites of Paleolithic sites, Neolithic sites, and modern cities also. So there is an index over there. Just go through this map once, and you'll get an idea. It's better if you write this part and everything. If you write this, it is very important. Write it. And next one, we'll discuss about very important thing, uh, time periods in the prehistorical period. So in a prehistorical period, we divided the time period into four parts. One is a Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, Chalcolithic age. Paleolithic means like, Mesolithic means middle age, Neolithic means new age. Okay, old age area, old stone age area. Lithic means stone. Remember, paleo means old, lithic means stone. Okay, again, so in this four contents, we're gonna discuss one by one, like what are there in the artifacts, what type of artifacts they used, what are the sites we can find these artifacts, and what are the economic conditions of those people, those who lived in this period, and what are the social aspects. We'll discuss that, and I'll show you some pictures of those artifacts and everything, and we'll wrap up the session. Okay, very good. Let's talk about it. Time period, we'll talk about the Paleolithic age first. Okay, so time period is of Paleolithic age again is separated into three types. One is old stone age, middle stone age, and upper Paleolithic. Paleolithic, middle Paleolithic, and upper Paleolithic. It is 5 lakhs BC to 50,000 BC Paleolithic age. Middle Paleolithic is 50,000 BC to 40,000 BC. Upper Paleolithic age is 40,000 BC to 10,000 BC. So it ends with wherever the Paleolithic age ends, the Mesolithic age starts. So Mesolithic means late Stone Age. It's 10,000 to 6,000 BC. Okay. So let's talk about. So I'm gonna take this particular slide as a difference. If you talk me about what is the difference between this stage and this stage and this stage and this stage, it is easy to understand for human mind. Okay. So Mesolithic age, so 10,000 to 6,000 BCE, and a Neolithic age is 6,000 to 10,000 1,000 BCE, and Chalcolithic age is 2,000 to 1,500 BCE. Let's discuss about the artifacts used in the Paleolithic age. What are the artifacts? So they use the hand axes, cleavers, flakes, scrapers made of flakes, borers, blade-like tools, and blades and burins. These are all the artifacts which are used to hunt during the Paleolithic age. So that's why we call it as a Paleolithic age. People are hunters, gatherers. Okay, not food producers, but they are the hunters and gatherers, food gatherers. Okay, these are the different types of the artifacts they use to hunt. Okay, these are very crude. They don't know how to use it, but they know what will happen if you use it. That's it. Okay, they don't know if you sharp it, it will take more help and everything. They will not. They don't know anything about it. Next. So Mesolithic age is very famous for the microliths. These are the miniature stone tool. That means these stone tools are very large in size, so that they can sometimes they are prone to death also because of this large type of artifacts. But when it comes to the Mesolithic age, there is a microliths. Microliths are miniature stone tools usually made up of cryptocrystalline silica or chalcedony or the chert, are both of geometrical and non-geometrical shapes. Non-geometrical and geometrical. Okay, both. Microliths, very important. Just remember microliths. Microliths are from the Mesolithic age. Microliths are from the Mesolithic age. Next. So when it comes to the Neolithic age, there is a regional variation in the tool technology, because if you see that the tool technology is gradually increasing, gradually developing. From say one age to one other age, the tool technology is increasing. If you see that tool technology is enhancing. So in this age, you can see that the regional variation in the tool technology, polished tools. Remember, polished tools with the cutting edges, tools like chisels, sails, edges, and different forms of pottery, animals' bones, and food grains also. We can see that. So chalcolithic age, it is the first age that used the metal called copper. Okay, the first metal used was copper, and the black and red ware pottery also you can see in this age. Okay, you can see copper hoards, harpoons, sails, axes. I'll show you each and every diagram of, not each and every diagram, I'll show you the artifacts, how they looks like and everything in the last slides. Terracotta animal and figurines. Let's discuss about the sites where we can see that. I gave you a lot of sites. You can note, pause the video and you can note it down. So in the early Stone Age, we can find it in the Sohan Valley and the Pakistan, and rock shelters of Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh, and the Bilan Valley in Mirzapur. Okay. So Middle Stone Age, we can find it in the Son Valley, Narmada Valley River. Why the rivers? Because lot of civilizations happened near to the river only. Wherever the water is present, there you can see the civilization over there. Water is very important for the life. Okay, that's why. So Bagor and Rajasthan on the river Kotsri is one of the largest and best documented Mesolithic sites in India. So south of river Krishna and Tinvelli in Tamil Nadu, we can see the Mesolithic age artifacts and Mesolithic age, civilization. Next, it's very important. Write the site's name. Neolithic age. Where the sites are located? Burjam. In Burjam, where you can see that unique rectangular choppers and dogs are buried with their masters in the graves. Very important. And Gufkral in Jammu and Kashmir also very famous for fiddling. You can see that it is a Mesolithic age, Neolithic age. Remember, it's a Neolithic age. Borjaham and Gulfakran, Jammu and Kashmir. Very important. Meharga, if you see that Meharga also, it's from the Neolithic site only. Okay. Painampalli in Tamil Nadu, Uttanur in Andhra Pradesh also comes from the Neolithic age. Maski, Brahmagiri, Piklai. These places are very much important for the proof of cattle herding, Budihal, community of food and preparation feasting. Okay. Okay, very good. Next, talk about the new chalcolithic age, where the places are, what are the places? Nevesa, Jorvi. So non-Harappan culture. Chirand in Bihar, Kayata and Malwa culture in Madhya Pradesh. In Ahar, you can see the smelting and metallurgy, Banas Valley, Rajasthan. Okay, these are all the places you can see once. Okay, this is Upper Stone Age. Write it down. Next, what are the economic conditions? As I said that the Paleolithic age people are mainly food gathering people who lived in hunting and gathering. That's it. Okay, they don't know anything about it. They're very, very, very raw in nature, the Paleolithic people. So they had no knowledge of agriculture, house building, pottery, or any metal. It was only in later stages. That means Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, and Chalcolithic age, it is developed. So they attain the knowledge of fire. Yes, they know the knowledge of fire, but they don't know the knowledge of agriculture and house of building, pottery, or any metal. And if you talk me about the Mesolithic person, the Mesolithic man is lived on hunting, fishing, food gathering, and in later stages, also domesticated animals. Also domesticated animals. We'll discuss about the social conditions, how the social conditions are. Next. So if you talk me about the Neolithic, so they cultivated land. Very, very important. Neolithic age, they cultivated land and grew fruits like ragi, horse, gram, and everything. Okay, they domesticated the cattle, sheep, and goats. Okay, first made pottery by hand and then with the help of pottery wheel. Black burnished ware and grey ware also you can see this in period. Okay. So next period, domesticated cows also we can see that it is increasing. The economic conditions are day by day enhancing, developing. So if you in Chalcolithic age, domesticated of cows, you can see that sheep, you can see that goats, pigs, buffaloes, hunting deer, you can see everything. And they produced a large amount of rice as a staple, wheat and rice, bajra, several pulses like lentil pulse, black pulse, green gram, and the grass pea also. Okay, now let's discuss about their social aspects, how their social aspects are there. So Paleolithic people are mostly lived in the caves and the rock shelters, and you can easily see that there is a division of work based on the gender is evident. That means men go to the work and women stays at home and looking care after their children and everything. Okay. Next, in the Mesolithic age, you can see the animals dominate the scene at the most Mesolithic rock art. You can see Bhimbetka also. It is one of the Mesolithic rock arts. However, no snakes are deposited in Mesolithic paints. Remember, no snakes are deposited. Okay, so burial ceremony is there. Burial ceremony means Mesolithic people are buried the dogs or the pets with their masters, along with their masters, so that they also meet in their soul in the heaven. Okay, there this culture. So religious practice and division of labor is also there. And let's talk about the Neolithic page people, their social aspects. They led a more settled life. Now it is increasing. They lived in a circular and rectangular houses. You can see the how they molding themselves. Okay, from the raw person, from the raw Paleolithic age person to the Neolithic age person, you can see the easily transition between how they develop and everything. Rectangular houses also you can see that made of mud and reed, division of labor and based on sex and age also you can easily see that. And chalcolithic age, they practice a jum cultivation. Who practice a jum cultivation first? The last question is, it is a Neolithic, sorry, chalcolithic people. Okay, and infant mortality was very high among the people. Infant mortality means children die at very young ages, like no below 0 to 6. Beginning of social inequality. Social inequality means caste system, like it is not caste. The social inequality means rich and poor, like those who are very strength in nature, they'll dominate the other people. Okay, they knew the spinning and weaving. So this is all about the different stages of prehistorical period. Okay, just go through once, it is very important. Category: Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic and Chalcolithic age, and the artifacts which are related to that, sites, economic conditions, and the social aspects. Okay, so as I said that these are the, if you see this, these are the variety of stone tools they use in the Paleolithic age. See that how much they are, like how raw they are. And these are the Bhimbetka cave paintings in Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh. They use the stick method to draw the pictures, and the color also very much not at vanished. That's good. Okay, next let's see these pictures also. These pictures from the Neolithic implements. You can see the how they developed their artifacts. These are the Paleolithic tools. See this how they are raw in nature. Okay, these are the differences. So thanks for watching, and keep watching, keep learning. If you like it, just please visit again and again. Here I am Rajkumar Ukujiri signing off, founder and director of Safa Center for Learning. Thank you very much. Keep learning.